Hello and welcome to the Lady Sows. I'm back in the potting shed, and today, as it's January, I'm going to be sowing peppers and chillies. Now, I have already sown the ones for Jason's from the Allotment of the Dead's chilli challenge, and but these are ones that I'm going to be hopefully growing like I did last year in the ground. Anyway, I've got lots of different varieties, some for growing under cover, some that are designed to grow outside anyway. So a lot will depend on what sort of summer we get this year. If we have a summer like last year, these should grow really nicely outside. But anyway, without further ado, I'll get on with sowing these peppers, and I'll talk you through them as I do them. So let's see if I can angle this to look up my I think I've got that. So the first, being January, it's cold. I need a tray to put these in. I think that'll stick that here. So the mix I've made up here is a mix of sieved potting compost with vermiculite to give it some help with drainage. So the first one I'm going to sow is a variety called Nigel's Outdoor Chilli. That has to be started in a propagator. It should grow outside. Well, according to the instructions, it said it would grow outside. Now I'm only actually gonna sow, I think 5, if I can get into the packet. Oh, here we go. I'm only going to sow 5 of each of these different ones because I have got an awful lot. As usual, I got a bit carried away with seeds. I think I've got a space that's twice the size that I have. So 1, 2. Oh no, I'm going to sow 6 of this one because I happen to have knocked 6 out into my hand. I don't really want to put them back into the packet because your hands are sort of slightly damp. And I'm going to cover them with vermiculite. This is the fine vermiculite that I'm putting on over the top. They will get a water and then they will go into the propagator until they've germinated, because peppers and chillies really need bottom heat to germinate. Now the next one I'm going to sow is a variety called Lipstick, which is supposed to be an early sweet pepper. I suppose it depends on where in the country you are as to whether this will be early or not, but that was what it was marketed as. So it'd be interesting to see if these do come up, or they do produce fruit earlier than some of the other peppers that so what does it say? Ultra early sweet pepper bred for northern market gardeners. Well, I'm not a market gardener, but I certainly live in the north. Small plants, 4 inches, pointy green fruit, ripens to red. Nice meaty flesh and a thin skin. So I've got 5 of those. I do have my little greenhouse, which I can grow some things in. So these first lot of seeds that I'm sowing, I got from Real Seeds in Wales. Let's find did I say that was called? Lipstick. Right, next up is one called Zitava or Zitava. That's a very early, rich flavoured, intensely dark red variety that makes impressive branches of peppers on medium tall plants. Thin walls that dry easily, so often dried and ground to make paprika, but often amazing roasted. Oh, that's probably why I bought this, was to make paprika with. Oh, these. I won't grow too many of these. If I can actually get them out of the packet. Oh, How many have I got? I know I'll end up giving some away. I always do end up giving stuff away because I always sow far too much. And my fellow plot holders, did I say that was called? My fellow plot holders always benefit from me over sowing. So that's that one. The next is called Napier. It says it's a pointy red sweet pepper, incredibly early red pointy pepper with a tendency for spirally curled up tips, very sweet red flesh, and it's from Bulgaria apparently. So there's a bit of a theme here. They're all early, aren't they? It's because I live in the north, and so we have a slightly shorter growing season. So it'll be interesting to see how these all do. I will keep you posted, as they say, as to how. So as I say, I've got 5 in that because I don't need masses. Well, apart from anything else, I haven't got the space. Napier, where's the label for that one? There. Now the next ones I've got from the next couple I got from one of the big commercial seed suppliers. This one's called Hungarian Black. It's supposed to have black fruits that ripen to red. Sturdy plants become loaded with 3-inch black jalapeno-shaped fruits which ripen to red and have medium heat. Oh, that's the sort of heat that I would cook with. There's not many in here. I hope there's 5. Can we get into the packet? Oh, I've got my scissors here. How many peppers have I got in here? Just about. Oh no, I've got a few more than 5. I've never tried saving pepper seeds. I think other people do, and I might do that in future next year. Do like saving seeds. I mean, if I put in there 1, 2, 3, 4, that'll do. And it is good if you can save your own seeds. You just, with peppers and chilies, you need to make sure they get perfectly ripe before you save the seeds from them. Right, now the next one is called Poblano. I don't know too much about it. It just says it's mild. I got this one from Red Dragon Seeds, where I got the chilies from for the chili challenge. This is its 400 to 100 to 1,200 Scoville. So this is probably, looking at the picture of it, very similar to a padron pepper, which I decided I wanted to grow this year because I really love them, and I think they're fantastic on a barbecue, roasted on a barbecue. So I did want to grow some this year. I don't know if they freeze all right, but I do freeze a lot of my chilies and use them in cooking. I've got a few more here, 2, 3. But I'm also sowing padron peppers, which is the next one I've noticed on my little pile of peppers. A bit more vermiculite just to cover them with. I like using vermiculite because when it's been watered, you can tell that it's had enough drink. The next one is a padron pepper. So I might grow a few more of these. How many have I got here? Oh no, 5. Well done, Sharon. You managed to get 5 out. And then the last one I'm going to grow is actually, it's an F1 variety. All these others have been organic, so you can actually save the seeds from them. But this last variety is a variety called Sweet Marmara. which is an F1, and it's a long pepper. And I grew this last year, and it was really prolific. I've actually kept one of the plants, which I've been overwintering in the conservatory, just to see if it gives it a bit of a head start. But it was so prolific. I think I had about 4 plants, I think, and 4 or 5 plants. I didn't have many, and I actually froze 2 bags of peppers. I sliced them, besides the fact that we ate them as well. The only thing they didn't do, they didn't go red before the end of the summer. So that's why I'm hoping that the plant that I've kept back will actually, because it's got a bit of an early start, that I'll actually get the peppers turn red. But I did grow it outside, to be honest with you. It was grown in a grow tent that I devised at the allotment, and I did grow it outside. I did grow 1 in the greenhouse. They didn't ripen either, or didn't go red. So I'm hoping that by keeping one of the plants, that I will actually get some peppers that actually turn red. But I don't mind them green, particularly, as I say, I don't eat a lot of raw peppers, so have been cooking with peppers. And I like these long pointy ones because they're great for stuffing in cooking. So, So anyway, so that's me sown 2, 4, 6, 8 pots of different peppers and chilies. We'll keep our fingers crossed. I shall take them in and give them a water. It's too cold to water them out here. And then I'll put them in the propagator. They'll probably take a couple of weeks to come up. And once they do, then I shall be potting them on. So anyway, thanks very much for watching, and hope to catch you another time. Bye for now.